Hey everybody, what's up? All right, so here we are. We figured we'd go ahead and demonstrate some cupping and dry needling for you guys. So my theory behind the cupping, if you see as he zooms in on that, you can see the skin being pulled away. And what that looks like, the skin is attached to the muscles and all the different tissues around, surrounding tissues with fascia. And muscle strength and performance is 70% based on fascial lines and stuff. So obviously it's definitely a way, and a lot of times we'll do it through different stuff. He had been complaining of some low back issues, and a lot of times everything just feels super, super tight down there. So coming through and throwing some cups on there, and then you just leave them. And a lot of times you'll see they'll start to get dark and things like that. It's pulling all the blood up to the surface. And people tend to get great results on it. The research behind cupping is not 100% supportive. There's not a lot of proven, backed up research based on performance and things like that. But there's a lot to be said for when you do something and somebody lifts better. And that's what we're seeing with a lot of our weightlifters, is we'll do the cupping and then they'll go do movements, or they'll go squat or snatch or clean and jerk, and they'll do better. So how can I say that it doesn't work really well, you know? So there are going to be a lot of people out there who are negative about this type of modality, but you got to figure out what works for you, right? So I do use cupping. I don't use it on everybody, but I use it on people that I find results with. And results are all we care about, okay? So this is one of the things that I like to do. One of the other things we like to do is dry needling. So we take a monofilament needle. And for him, we were talking about his shoulder earlier that's been giving it fits. So we actually will take a dry needle, and this is the spot that he's got in here. This is a rotator cuff muscle. It's where the teres minor comes into infraspinatus. It's a really common area, and the lighting you may not be able to see. I'm using a longer needle so you guys can see it better. And you just go in there and go right into that muscle there. And then a lot of times what I end up doing is I will actually take a TENS unit. So I'll take one needle and I'll stick it in that muscle. And then I'll take another needle, and I'm doing longer ones just so you guys can see it better. And we'll go into the muscle belly itself. So for here, we're treating infraspinatus. So we'll come up and go into the middle of the muscle here, and that'll allow me to get a better contraction whenever I do some E-stim on it. And hopefully we'll get a good contraction that you can see. Sometimes on video it's not able to see it as well. How's that feel?
Amazing.
He said amazing. So you get a pretty strong muscle contraction with that. So we use this to promote healing, decrease pain, increase function. You know, we can use dry needling. I can use dry needling on a muscle that's doing too much. So let's say somebody's going into a snatch and they use a lot of traps. I can take a dry needling needle and I can go in that trap and I can almost completely shut that muscle down if I need to. If I have a muscle that's not working well, like his infraspinatus may not be working very well, so I'll go in there and I'll put a couple needles in there and facilitate that muscle and make it work. And then sometimes people are just really sore and irritated, so we'll use that to just get a low-grade muscle contraction and promote healing and blood flow. So that works. And then here you go. You'll notice these cups, once we take them off, a little discoloration there, and less on that one. And that was the one I put on first. So the theory is apparently that has got more going on, which is why it bruises more. So it's all variable based on your spot and based on the person. So if you guys ever have any questions or need anything at all, Mash Elite Performance has got everything you ever need. So you can always message, call us, email us, whatever you guys need. We'll see y'all later.